Can you talk a little bit about your involvement in the crossover episode?
I'm crossing over.
Is there anyone new that you get to interact with that you haven't already?
Yeah, I'm working a lot with Casper Crump as Savage, and he's really good. I was just working with him this morning, actually, and he's really, really good. He's a really good actor, so that's been fun.
How does the crossover this year compare to last year's?
It feels even bigger. It feels like, just because I feel like more people are a part of it this year from both sides, and we're tying in legends, obviously, so it's just bigger this year. And for me, I have more and more fun the more I do this character, just because he's evolving more. He's getting closer and closer and closer to Flash, especially when I'm in the suit. Like, not necessarily Barry as much, but like the Flash from the comics. And like, even when the stakes are really, really high, he's kind of just a smart ass and like having more and more fun, and just, it's like a defense mechanism almost now. So yeah, it's been fun.
Why do you have so many keys in that monkey dish?
I don't know, actually. There's a lot of things in the lab that I'm not really sure why they're in the lab, but they're just little, like, cool little trinkets. Jesse always tries to take things from the lab for his apartment at home. Just because there's just random cool stuff everywhere.
Well, Barry, it's the relationship with Patty is evolving. What can you kind of preview about what's in store with that?
Yeah, that's been really fun. It's happening like pretty quickly. And it's lasting longer than 2 episodes, unlike Linda last year. So it's been fun. I love working with Chantel, and they just get along really well, and it's kind of effortless, and they are interested in a lot of the same stuff, and it's an escape for Barry right now, because everything else just is heavy in his life other than his relationship with Patty as of now. It's just been fun for some consecutive episodes, so I think everyone will enjoy seeing Barry be happy with at least one aspect of his life.
So Barry saved his dad, and then his dad just kind of disappeared. So can you talk a little bit about that? And is he still a presence in Barry's life at all?
Yeah. Well, I feel like, to be honest, first of all, I was shocked that happened that quickly. Like a lot of the viewers were, that it was like, I'm out, I gotta go. Yeah. So I think it's like he's still a part of his life, but we're not. I think they're talking less right now than they probably even did when he was in prison, because I think, like I was when I read it, I think Barry was kind of like not really understanding why, but trying to just give it to him and just be supportive of him needing space, I guess, even though it's kind of confusing to Barry, I guess. So he's like not sure if he's supposed to reach out or not right now, I think. I think Barry's kind of giving Henry some space. But he'll be there again when Barry needs him.
Now, we know that at the end of tomorrow night's episode, Harrison Wells comes to Earth 2. What's Barry's reaction going to be like when he comes face-to-face with this alternate universe person?
An appropriate initial reaction, kind of shock, confusion, and fear. But he moves on pretty quickly, because we're grasping this Earth 2 idea, and it's not him, and it's not the same guy, but it's kind of like it's the actual guy that Barry always idolized and looked up to, but it's from a different world. But it's weird because it's not Eobard Thawne now, it's actually Harrison Wells. So it's like Barry's wanting to trust him, and he's actually, like, in a way, like, quicker to trust him than he was to trust Jay when Jay shows up, which is kind of confusing, but yeah, I mean, they have a very interesting relationship, and the layers are still we're shooting 9 now, and the layers are still getting peeled back. The relationship has not defined itself yet, I don't think, fully.
Jesse said that he's kind of a dick.
He's like more of a, he's like, he's like less of a bad guy and just more of a douchebag. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
About the search for the new Firestorm and Dr. Stein.
Yeah, Stein starts to kind of have withdrawal, I guess, from not having the connection anymore, and we need to find someone to pair him with to kind of make his, I don't know, his body whole again. So yeah, we're trying to find a compatible match, but things, he's declining quickly, and things don't go as smoothly as everyone would like them to go, and it's just kind of, we have some options though. We have a couple options. It's not just like, oh, we have to use this guy, but it kind of does come down to that in the end. But it's, there are a couple Firestorm options, and there's some fun scenes with those guys. Yeah.
Fans were freaking out when they found out that Wally West is being introduced this season. What can you tease to them, and have you shot anything yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't worked with him. I haven't even met him yet, or seen him. I've been in the same room with him. But no, he'll be around at some point before the end of the season. I can't spoil too much about that, but yeah, he'll be around like towards the mid-season finale-ish. Yeah.
It was confirmed recently that Mark Hamill is coming back,
Yeah.
or has already started filming.
Yeah.
How excited are you to have Luke Skywalker back on set?
Yeah, I mean, it's cooler this year actually, because it's like when he showed up, I have like 4 Star Wars T-shirts in my T-shirt collection, and like I wear them all the time, and I happen to have one on when he was working, but I didn't know he was working because we weren't working together that day, and it's more fun because like he gets out of his car, and like this time I didn't have to introduce myself, and it's like, yo, Mark, and like give him a hug, and I have it was like a Dark Side shirt, and he's like, why are you wearing a Dark Side T-shirt? So it's fun, it's Mark Hamill. It's really cool to have him on the show.
You want us to yell at you when the new trailer drops? We're all going to watch it.
Oh yeah, that's tonight, right?
Yeah, it's like an hour.
Yeah, I'm missing the Giants playing, and I'm missing that trailer debuting. Guess I'll just have to film. Yeah, what's happening?
I won't say.
So sad.
You're involved in an important scene on Arrow with the grave sites. Are we going to see you more on that show beyond the crossover and beyond what we've already seen?
You're going to see me more on that show beyond what you've already seen. Yeah. I don't know how much,
Could
but
that be maybe an interaction with Damien Dark?
I will say Damien Dark's name for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Do you know who's buried? Do you know who dies on Arrow?
I don't know who's buried. I truly think that they haven't decided. I've heard they said that they don't really know yet, and I think that's true. I think they still aren't sure.
Is there anybody that you hope it's not?
Yeah, there are a lot of people I hope it's not.
I hope it is.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say. I mean, I have not I want that actor to be gone. It's actually I have something that in my head that I think would be just interesting, and I think would kind of catch people off guard. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what can you say about the episode you're filming right now?
Well, technically, I'm filming Arrow right now, so.
In the lab. We know you're in the lab.
Don't forget the publicist. Just answer the question.
I mean, as everyone knows, there's the major crossover again, and that's what I'm currently working on today, even though we are in my lab.
And what do you feel Barry is up to in the Christmas episode then?
Yeah, let me recalibrate my brain because I've been on Arrow for 4 days.
4 days on Arrow, huh?
Yeah, including Saturday. It's been a whirlwind. It's
darker over there.
What is happening in episode 9? It's Christmas again, so and it's a lot of Patty and Barry for my storyline in the episode. There's been a lot of Patty, and kind of that's when things are shifting a little bit with their relationship. I won't say how, but things are kind of changing in a way come the mid-season finale, maybe getting a little harder in a way. But yeah, that's when we've got Trickster back. We've got some other rogues that are back. Yeah, it's a really big episode. I think our mid-season finale last year was one of my favorite episodes, and I think this, when I read the script, it was my favorite script I had read for season 2 thus far. So hopefully we succeed and do a good job. But it's a really good episode.
Under
I know in tomorrow night's episode that Smart kind of rethinks on his deal. Will that kind of make Barry think twice about making those kind of negotiations in the future?
Last question, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, Snart. I think Snart's an interesting character with Barry because I think Barry sees past a lot of like Snart's surface, like BS, and like sees the good in Snart. So I don't know. He might he has Barry's Achilles is like he trusts people and he wants everyone to be okay, and he stops to help everyone when he can, and it comes back to bite him in his ass sometimes. And Snart is a character that will continuously happen because Barry wants him to just be better, and Snart doesn't want to be better. So yeah, I love working with him. I love that dynamic between those two characters, and it's further developing past tomorrow night's episode in this season, and there's stuff coming that we've already shot and that we're about to shoot in the near future, and that relationship is continuously evolving.
And just real quickly, we saw under Jay's tutelage that he learned how to channel his electricity.
Yeah.
How are we going to see him continue to evolve as a speedster?
He kind of takes it upon himself actually a couple times in this season to teach himself some new things on the spot. Actually, one time in the episode that we just shot, I think, or no, it's this in the mid-season finale. Barry does another thing with his powers that he kind of in the moment discovers and that he's never done before, and it's kind of like goofy in a way where it's very comic booky, and it's cool. It's definitely something we've never seen him do. Yeah.